trafficking folks.
Jamba Juice has a watermelon smoothie. It's really good. Nothing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let us assume for a moment that this is true, which would mean this is also true, which would mean this box has to be false, which would mean the statement had to be helpful somehow. But this leaves us in a state where we have no idea where the gems are, aside from they're not in the blue box. So So let's flip it around. Let's say that this is a true statement. And we know that if this is false, this is also false. So we would have a true statement. It is in need of no help at all. And 2 false statements. And the only thing, again, that we would know is the gems could not possibly be in this box. So, if this statement is true, then both of these boxes have to be false. Which leaves us unable to solve the puzzle. I think this is actually false, and these are true. All right, new book. Ooh. Andy.
Which is also Doom.
All he needed was to find a new clue. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. If he knew what to do, he'd likely tell you, for you were looking for a new clue too. He had retraced his schedules and studied the files, reviewed all his cases, and gone through the piles of the evidence present and precedents evident, and retraced his steps as it stretched on for miles. That's cute. Dead cases are rooms that are dead ends. Corner cases are rooms that are corners. So clearly a little tongue-in-cheek reference to this mansion. I need to look at this book with a magnifying glass, though. He had looked high and low in all of the rooms. He had searched every corner in each of the tombs. In this particular case, he had checked every space. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. He looked and he looked, under beds and in nooks. He questioned the maids, he questioned the cooks. It was already over when he spoke to the chauffeur, who told him new clues were found only in books. This is hilarious. There's an apple, a banana, and an orange. So tome after tome that the library loaned, and the books that he already owned, were searched from their covers all the way through. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. Tinder Cipher, Lunar Renamed, Uncle Aw, Draft to the Sixes. He changed all the letters and the lines that he found. He checked all of the colors of the spines that were bound. He doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting and found that the diction of each word was sound. Mary, Mary, Gates, Gates, right, right. Lore equals word, jor equals name. Draft the sixes, shifted extras. The fixed stars. Dead end. Okay, so draft the sixes. So each of these must be a reference then to an existing book. Again, I really, really need the magnifying glass for this too. Deep left, tenor fork pointing to the left. Here's an arrow to the right. He stayed up all night and studied the maps. He laid out the floor plans and measured the gaps. And if his directory was considered a trajectory, it was nothing short of a full mental lapse. A man obsessed and cuckoo too, they would say as he would wander through. The best medicine is not yet evidence. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. And there's a white queen. And having read this book so many times, having scoured over each of its cryptic lines, have you exhausted your search? Have you seen all the signs? Gosh, there's so much in tiny print. And here we have some of the blue and red notes. The suspect is a key. The suspect is minor. The suspect is major. The suspect is minor with an E. Or is there perhaps something new, something overlooked, but now in view? Have you finally found it? Could it really be true? If it's a new clue, you know what to do. What a lovely book. And yeah, I'm sure there's hints in there that are not going to hit me for a while. Whoa. Mine slightly... Yeah. Okay. Ah. Ooh. One thing at a time. Useful. time I've seen this room. Okay, the grading on these is hilarious too. Okay, I muted on Discord. I don't want anything to be taken too out of context there. Okay. Oh. So tempting. But one thing at a time. Uh-huh. Yeah. I knew that'd be the case. Oh, bother. Got it. And that's useful too. Okay. Limited steps. The apples have helped. This is not going to work here either. That's helpful. It didn't give me a locked door. What? Oh. Ha ha ha. End by the victors. Okay. Okay, and then there's this one. Back to this one. True, true. This one's also 4 of 6. And this one should be half correct. That would be wrong, right, right, wrong, wrong, right. Okay, yeah, I think I have the correct answers. Nope. So yeah, it's Tuscan, Horus, 2, 22, Iraja, and the Black Flag. Black versus red. Oh, the music started playing. They're destroying the railroad. Make a note about this. And back to the first slide. Wow. All right. Why was that not locked? We'll do that. Because that solves a problem. knew that would be there. I've never been in the room, so I'll do it. Hmm. Oh, this has got to be a clue. Make any sense? Yeah. Okay, this is definitely a reference to something. Count small gates. 8 dates crack 8 safes. But count gates again. Referenced here. Huh. Okay. Over to the cloister. We're out to the foundation. Foundation's better. Two. Yes. Got it. Oh. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, wow. Roommate. Unsurprisingly, Key 8 unlocked the door leading to a familiar-looking room, a cryptic room that had been previewed in the final 8-letter artwork exhibited in the gallery. It's now time to ruminate over the bins, sins, and pins contained within. Oh, jeez. Oh. Okay, so those are pins. Pins in 8. I thought they were nails. And yes, those are sins. And then there's more over in the corner. So I knew that hubris was not your typical of your 7 deadly sins. The one you couldn't see is avarice over here, and then we have mundanity. So, now we have the puzzle. I still need to take the magnifying glass back to the library. My. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, maybe hubris is one of them, because mundanity would not be. Okay. To first begin, place me within a sin with an in within its sin. That's a penguin. That's a penguin. The swan. I recommend you think, and if I am ever in a sin far from the fin. I did not mean to pick that up. It picked something up and I didn't want to pick it up. How would I put it back down? How do I look at the thing that I just picked up? They shouldn't have done that. I didn't even click on that. Crap. Let me put it back on the shelf. At least I can see it in the corner. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. I think this is a squirrel that I have. Okay, I have the swan. No, it's a rabbit. But I can swap what I'm carrying, so that's good. Got the dog. You won't find my sin in between sin I deserve to be in a bin on the end. To my chagrin, my neighbor's sin, written thin to fit it all in. There. If we spend a min or 10 down the bin, you'll know then I'm often in. And then finally, the monkey. I tend to wind up in the bend tail of the skin. Okay. Okay, so I can definitely take things back. That's good to know. Okay, I gotta think this through. Neighbors. Sin. The letter and its twin appear on each bin. So that's gotta be taken. It's taken. Be that one. Let me try again. Yes, I've gotten something wrong. Gotcha. I need to AFK a moment. Okay. I'm back. Share a trend with neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. So this one has two N's. This one has two A's. So that tells me which ones it has to be. Okay. I had interpreted that clue differently before. So that is rabbit. Okay. So he has to be here. Because the monkey's at hubris. And since humanity is occupied, then the rabbit must be here. Now, gluttony is thin. Mundanity is very thin. But yeah, gluttony is still thin. And so that leads sloth, wrath, or avarice for the elephant. And since avarice and sloth seem to be both taken, that leaves the elephant to go in wrath. Okay, the lion needs to be an ascend with an N. Gluttony is taken. And mundanity is taken, but envy is not. And I don't know if this is going to be right. I just heard something. Ah. Ooh. Allowance token. Allowance token. And the Infinity Trophy for solving the puzzle in Roommate on rank 8. Oh, it has to be in rank 8. So it wouldn't have necessarily been the sides. It has to be on rank 8. Well, that makes sense. In recognition of rumination. Oh, that's great. Roommate, rank 8. Oops. I didn't click on that, but you thought I did. Browser. All right, well, I can go here. Yeah, we'll do that. Now, there was one thing I needed, other thing I said I needed to do, I think, but now I can't remember. I mean, the cloister's still open, but I deliberately went to the foundation because I was running short around steps. I don't have the gems to do the office. The office could still come up again. So let's do the storeroom. So that's a fin. Shark fin. Fins, pins, and sins. A steep entry price that pays for itself once you get through it, but well, this is the first I've gotten on the classrooms. Algebra. Fun. Oh yeah, it's the magnifying glass. I need to go back to the library with the magnifying glass. Okay, let's go and grab the image at the front and the apple while I'm here. And of course, it's working with colors again. So we've got squares. We have diamonds, which I haven't seen before, and we have waves, differing levels of waves. So obviously, this is pointing to additional concepts which will show up later as I get into puzzles in another room. Would be 7 minus 5 is 2 squared, which is 4. That's correct. Okay, 3 blue, 2 pink. So that would be 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. No. 3 times 2, 6 times 2. No. 3 times 2, then squared. 3 times 2 is 6, squared is 36. That's correct. This would be 2 squared is 4 times 1, so that's wrong. Well, no. You square after the operation. So 2 squared is 4 times 1 is 4. Squared again is 16, so that is correct. So 9 of 12 are correct on here. So there's going to be 3 that are wrong. 5, 2 pink, 5, 95, yellow, 10, 5 times 2 is 10. Squared is 100. Plus 5 is 105. Minus 95 is 10. Then you're supposed to square that number, so you should have ended up with 100. Okay, 16 diamond. I'm guessing this means that's the square root. But there's no square root. The square root of 12 would not be a even number. So I'm not sure.
Regalia.
Boy, I am not sure what the patterns mean yet. Let's see. C plus D. Remember, don't square till you're there. Okay, so this is 9 of 12. Ooh.
Okay, well, I put a phone on it. I need to stop and take a look. That's right. Okay.
Thinky. Okay. I've got my notes written down, at least on this. Let me look at the one that's a C. Okay, this is going to be 8 of 12. Okay. Okay, so that confirms what I thought about the first side. The guy got very different answers for some of these, but then very similar answers for others. We know that 8 of 12 are correct. So I'm going to mark the ones that should be correct with green. Mark the one I know is wrong with red. Let's go to the other one of these. This is a D plus. This is 7 to 12. 9, 4, 44, 12, 4, no idea. 61, 19, 52, 22, 20, and 1. And we know that the first two answers are correct. We know the next three answers are wrong. And we know that no idea is going to be wrong. So that means all but one of his remaining answers are correct. Okay, so let's look at these patterns here. 16 equals 61. So this seems to be flipping the numbers, 61. Here, if we flip these numbers, we get 21 minus 2 gives us 19. So I'm going to say that those are probably correct answers. They also match the person that got 8 of 12. Also tells me that all of the remaining answers for my 8 of 12 friend are wrong. So here, this guy got 8 of 12. And we know that 9, 4, well, no, he got this one wrong. So let me undo this. Okay. He got this one wrong. Then he got, well, did he? Let's double check. Let's not make assumptions. 7 minus 5 is 2. And then you square that number and it'll be 4. So this should have been a 4. Okay, so that one's wrong. 36 we've determined is correct. 16 we've determined is correct. And I determined that 100 is the correct answer here. Then we think this is reversing. Okay, this is 30 minus 5. But how would you flip just a 5? No, you would subtract the 5, gives you 25, and then it becomes 52. So that is back on this guy. He got 52. That's the correct answer. Okay, so I have person that did 9 of 12. I have figured out which 3 answers his were wrong. So I go back to this one. Sorry, this one. 9, 4, 4, 36, 16. This should have been 100. 4 and 2 are wrong. This is going to be 61. This is 21 minus 2. And this is going to be 30 minus 5, which is 25. and then flip becomes 52. So that means his remaining answers are correct. And when I update my chart that I've written in my page, I've got 3 incorrect answers for the guy that got a C+, 4 incorrect answers for the guy that got a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 incorrect answers for the guy that had no idea written. So something's not quite right. He had 7 of 12. So what am I getting wrong here? 9, 4, 44, 12, 4. No idea. 61, 19, 50. Oh, I wrote 53. He actually had a correct answer. He had 52. Okay, so that one's correct. Okay, now I've got the correct number of incorrect answers for each person, which means I have the correct answers for all of them. So 21.7 with a single wave is 22. 21.7 with 2 waves is 20. And 59.6 with 3 waves, and then subtracting 59.6 with 1 wave is 40. I think I understand what's going on there. So let's go to a person who has the correct answers. That's going to be our C+ person. He had the correct answers for the last 3 questions. So let's say 1 wave means we knock off the 10th digit and round up. It becomes 22. Let's say that the next thing means we knock off the 1's digit and we round down to 20. So that means the last one, we're going to go to the 10's digit and we're going to round up to 6. That becomes a 60. And then we have a number which is going to round to... That's not working for me. Oh, wait, no. 59 would round all the way up to 100. 59.6 would round up to 100 because we're going to zero the 5, and that means we're going to have a leading 1. So it's 100 minus 60, and that's 40. Okay, I understand the language. That was the key thing I wanted to do before I tried to leave this room. Well, if I do a dining room, I get more food, although I'm not going to have much of a place that I can go to explore. I can redraw though. Not going to be able to afford anything in the showroom. You can do a lab. Don't care that it's going to take away my gym though. Do tunnel. I kicked the problem down the road, but I may get destroyed anyway. We'll redraw again. I got 7 more tries. Gift shop. The drawing room will give me another whack at drawing things, but again, it eats a gem. Gymnasium's facing the wrong way. I'm eating through my draws. I'll take the aquarium. Maybe some other places I haven't used my shovel today. I'll be. Oh, this references the thing we just saw in the other book. Boy, this is good timing. Foreign language. Yeah, there was a piece of a new clue that I did not quite understand, and now I know that it references this. This has been a really productive day. I'm happy with this day. Although I am just screenshotting things because I'm not writing all this down right now. I will convert it to text later. Today, the rare uses of verbs are comprised almost entirely of loan words, mainly used to describe physical actions. We get more steps, and we get a worksheet. Okay. This person got a B+, 5 of 6. Another table of answers. And now I get to fight with the spelling correction. It's one of the reasons that I don't want to mess with trying to type everything right now. There's a note here, acceptable. Et. There's et, east. So there must be a word for west. May have been on the board behind me. I don't know. I'll recheck. No. But, yeah, okay. So, et sphere, ord sphere. I'm guessing ord is west. Oh, there's dice. Okay, let's take a look at this one. 4 of 6. Okay, this person's a little different. Okay, so we're saying these are correct. Those have to be correct. I look at this one again. Make sure I didn't mess anything up transcribing. Oh, swim navdo, readle nigh. Le read nigh. So read le versus le read. So the order is potentially considered acceptable either way. But I'm not 100% certain of that. So this one got a 4 of 6 as well. Okay. This guy and the other guy agreed on question 1. That's the same. Those are the same. Okay, so the order matters for this one, but Traven Vin versus Vin Traven, the teacher allowed it. This one, the person wrote Trey French Vin, which is not correct. And the last one's wrong too. You should remember the origin terms for these. Okay, so I've got some things figured out. First, last, small, large, toward away, new, old, I, me, a lack of myself. Okay. Sweet. I've got to redraw. Dining room it is. So much walking. What is this? The country stew pie. And I think I do have a boiler room. Dirty. Nice. I don't have a lot in the way of keys. I have one. Of course, that's locked. Oh, I could freeze things. I didn't want to freeze things. Could freeze things. But I think the gymnasium is worth me dropping here. Security doors both ways. South. I don't want to spend. I can't spend any gems. So it's going to be guest bedroom or spare green room, and I'll do spare green room because I have a shovel. And I was hoping maybe there would be big spot in here, but no. Nope, that does nothing for me right now. When stuff is distributed to green rooms, it'll be beneficial. A nice fan. Can't afford the attic. Can't afford the office. Don't really want a guest bedroom. I have one last redraw, so I'm going to throw it. See what I get. Got a conference room. Or I could grab the closet, which could have some items. Conference room. This will be locked. Well, this will give me a gem. 1 gem. And I'm thinking right now. Oh, there's a coin purse. I'm thinking right now. Got a lot of steps. I can come back here. I can certainly come back here. Rather than continuing to dig myself deeper and deeper. So let's do that. Yeah. This is turning out to be a very long run, but an extremely productive one. Okay, from where I am, I know I want to go to the commissary, which is quite a dive, but it takes me through the library anyway, which is the other room I want to go through. And once I get there, I'm going to check that north door from the cloister as well. Go in, turn left, and go into the library. And now that I have the magnifying glass, I am going to use that to look at things in this book. Nothing I can read there, but that's okay. Yep, that's correct. Dead cases, lavatory, closet, attic, furnace, and solarium. Depart. Suspect list. And now I have Christoph's last name, which I did not have before. And this is from a new clue. Oh, that's so nice to have. Assuming it is the same Christoph, I can't imagine why it wouldn't be. I don't think I'm going to see anything else in this page. or here. Double check here. Lunar renamed. Uncle Aw, Draft the Sixes, Tinder Cipher. So here we have lore equals word, jor equals name. And that was the piece of information that I did not have previously, that now the classroom cleared that up. That's referring to the language. So he's looking at a blueprint. That's Sledgehammer. And then this page. Major. So he's looking at a version of this book that he's actually written in. Assume page count starts on title pages. So tome after tome, at the library, XYZ ABC. Let me capture that. Oh, wow, that's going to be really hard to capture, again, due to the HDR thing. But I'll work it through. I'm just going to put some notes here on what it actually says, because I know that says red, green, violet, blue. The way, and then he has X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Covers: red, green, violet, blue. Page A, word X. Page C, word A. Page B, word Y. Page Z, word X. Seen all the signs. Dead end major key. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Assume page count starts on title pages. Major. Jor equals name. And ma equals must mean something as well. Lore was word. Jor was name. Ma means small. And of course, we know the music room talks about the minor key and the major key. So could there be another clue there? Don't know. Picture metro map. in Aries Metro. The suspect is a key. On the way. The suspect is minor. So does my and nor mean things? When I go back to the language, there's no MI. There's MA for small. So minor appears to mean minor with no other meaning to it, but that's just a guess. Stuff to ponder over. I am so glad that I happened to have the magnifying glass on the same day that I got this book. This almost seems to be implying that if you draft rooms in a certain order, something happens. Like rooms of certain colors in a certain order. I was not expecting anything like that, but that's pretty crazy. Okay, well, I need to get to the commissary from here. Through the classroom, through security, zigzagging up to the classroom near the utility closet. I don't think there's any dig spots down there. I will look. I think the dig spots down here are only on days that we have the root cellar. Okay, so instead of going through the dark room, I can go through the weight room, and it will be faster. And I have the shovel. So there we go. I didn't have the shovel earlier. I have the purse, which means if I get a coin, well, I'm supposed to have. I have the purse, but I just dug up a coin and it didn't multiply it. That's too bad. Isn't it supposed to happen every time? Oh no, every time you collect 3. Okay. Well, anyway, here we are. And they don't sell keys. They do sell gems. So that's still potentially useful. But only if I can encounter a not locked door. Well, I have one key. I have to choose where I'm going to open a door. And I'm just going to choose right here. There's a chance I could connect up rooms if I do the passageway. But it's only a chance. And it's definitely not going to give me a key. It would have been nice if I had been given the option of drawing the keysmith. We'll draw the workshop. And I have a lockpick. Not guaranteed that I'm going to be able to open any doors with that. I don't think I can craft anything with this either. I have the shovel. I don't have the metal detector. I don't have the battery. I don't have the rabbit's foot. I don't have the compass. Yeah, there's nothing I can craft. I have the lockpick, and I can try every door and hope that one of them opens. That's it. That's what I've got. And it might just be a total waste of time, but I can still give it a shot. I got 35 steps left. It's dark outside. I have run the day out. I'll plug a coin in there while I'm here. All right, back to the foundation. I have no keys, but I have a lockpick. Rather had some keys. But one thing I can do, if I have the necessary steps to get back, is I can throw the lockpick into the coat check. More dig spots. I got a key. A tin can, which is not so helpful. Well, I got one key. That is better than no keys. I will take it. I will take my options. Okay, through the classroom into the aquarium. Into the dining room. Try the lockpick key, and it worked. Okay, the drawing room is not something I want. The tunnel is not useful. We'll put the planetarium here. Not that I'm actually planning to end the day in there because I want to put something back in that coat check. Good luck with the having good luck with that. I have 3 different Tamara rooms, so it's worth it for me to draft the clock tower. That'll start me with 3 keys tomorrow. I mean, it started me off with 3 keys today. That was really nice. I would have been, this run would have died much sooner if I didn't have those. Lockpick. Yep. Got to use our last key. And it gives me a room that would have keys in it. The music room. It also gives me the kitchen and a closet. Yep, I will not be able to complete the map any further. It is possible that the major key could be a sanctum key. So we're going to pull the music room. It probably won't be. This does not count as a major key. Come on. It gave me a security card. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. Fine, whatever. I still need to figure out the secret of the music sheets. Okay. Good run. I am going to go back this way. The foundation. I am at 9 steps. Do not think that I can get back to the planetarium. But I think it's more important that I send my lockpick into the future. Because it is darn handy. I mean, the coupon book is good too. But, yeah, no, we're going to check the lockpick kit. And from there, nothing I can do to build up food in time. I'm going to kind of step out into the fresh air. And yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, you have to draw the 8 classrooms, and then like the trophy was like related to like a 9th classroom where you had to solve something based off of the information you collected. But I don't know. I'll figure that out when I get it there. Ah. Long run. Gonna call it a day. Not before I check my room directory and update some stuff. I found floor plans. Should include the tunnel. Pipe. Drafting hallway addition. Exits across from each other. Rarity standard. Summary. Always draw tunnel while crafting in this room. Outer rooms, got those. Studio additions. Panel, clock tower. Classroom, solarium, casino. I'm still missing a gift shop, which is interesting. I have yet to see it come up. Room 8 is now in the list. So I've got all the rooms in the first group. Second group is full. The third group is full. The fourth group is full. I have seen all of the stock rooms. What I don't have is one of the shops. I've seen all the stock blue rooms. I have a number of studio additions. I have found floor plans, outer rooms. All right, calling it a day. It's a pretty full house. Two new rooms.